I'm Brent Grant.
Bumper Smith.
This is Firekeeper Recovery, and we're here today to talk to you about early recovery, our early recovery, and some helpful hints and tips, as they say, to help you in your early recovery that helped us. So, we just had a great Mother's Day yesterday. I know I did. Got fat eating boiled mountain greens and fried taters.
Dang.
Hope you had a good holiday anyway.
Yeah. Hung out with my kids and, got something from my mom.
Heck yeah, you are your mother. And your crowd,
Yeah.
your kids and mother.
Pretty much.
Father's Day.
Fulfill both roles.
That's the modern man.
Yeah, modern single dad.
Just like a modern woman. It's their Father's Day next month.
There you go. Yeah.
Alright, but so.
You want to start with a check-in?
Oh yeah, check in. So how you been doing this week since last week?
I've had a pretty good week. It's been great. You know, having, I guess, settling into a routine where it just becomes your day-to-day normal life and the way you do things. It's pretty awesome because it's like being in a flow state almost.
Yeah.
You know, get up, do the same thing in the morning, go off to work, get off work, come home in the evenings, do the same thing. It's never been boring. You know, it's just been, I don't know, get like a sense of purpose out of, just having a job and, looking after your kids and little things like that, folding lots of clothes and washing lots of dishes, but man, it feels good.
Just them little things in life that you would have found as a burden in the old ways, washing clothes and stuff. Now you find enjoyment in it.
Yeah, things that
Well, maybe not enjoyment. You're content with it.
Yeah, it's just all part of the role that we take on as responsible adults
Right.
in recovery.
You can embrace it or you can dread it like a lot of people do, coming home and just doing life. They dread it, I guess.
Yeah, and it's in that, it's in your mindset of whether it's a nuisance or an annoyance or aggravation, or if it's a joy, it's a
Right.
satisfying, fulfilling, to take care of others
Yeah.
and yourself.
Yep. That's good.
How about you?
My last week has been pretty good. I've been mainly concentrating on myself and my family. Gearing it with my mom, with Mother's Day, so it was more geared towards her. But now we're working back towards, this week will be back to building the recovery program back to, well, I'm always doing that, I guess, but now I'm back. Like, we're doing the video now, so this is what we're going to concentrate more on.
Yeah.
Being more professional, so next week it's a look better.
Yeah.
And
It'll get streamlined as we go. It will.
Kind
Trim
of,
the fat, so to speak.
and it's just good to have somebody that's wanting to do this as well. Just wanting to reach people, so that gives me more energy to want to do it now, where it's like, well, I got to make myself do it. Now it's like, no, bumpers want to do it too, so.
Yeah, it's always better when you have somebody to do things with.
Yeah.
Like an exercise partner, if you're in exercise. Clearly I'm not, but, it's somebody, I guess, you show up for, I guess.
Yeah.
The idea is.
To help hold you accountable.
Yeah.
Because it is easier to let yourself down if you have somebody respect with you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Not that I don't respect myself, but it's easier just to let yourself, I'll do it tomorrow.
Next time. It's easier to keep putting it off.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just been a good week. We're just going to keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
Just the good energy I've got from like the people I was had in groups and the people I've met. Just seeing the people that have celebrated this week, their accomplishments.
Yeah.
Oh, and Friday, I went to the high school and watched the Sister Act junior thing with the high school kids, and that right there, that'll give you energy right there. Just like give you good feelings. It's like the future of Cherokee. It's like the talent that they were displaying because I wish that.
Play?
Yeah, well, it was a musical.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is stuff that I'm jealous of.
Yeah.
Cause I would have did that. Hopefully, I would have tried to be a song and dance man.
Yeah, I mean, when I was in high school, I was definitely more into like music and art and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, instead of sports.
And if you want in band, and I don't really want to play plays relate or whatever it is. Dun, 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 dun. I want to play music or whatever.
Yeah.
Not jazz band, whatever you play in high school band. But like, it was pretty good. And it just like, man, and you see kids of your fallen friends up there just showing out and doing positive things in their life. It's like, that just gives you energy too.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you emotional.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
wish they could hear to see that.
and it just looks like them. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you see friends that are still around, you see their kids, you're like, well, I hope they're here somewhere. They came and they at least saw.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hope
showing
they're-
up is
yeah.
really important.
So it gives you both sides, but yeah, that gives me positive energy and just like, yeah, it makes me want to do more and exercise my creativeness. What this is part of it right here.
Heck yeah. You know, on the topic of early recovery, per cap's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's 2 weeks away, and I know that for a lot of us, you know, in our early recovery, and for a lot of people in theirs, money is a big trigger. You know, it's all of a sudden it's a big lump of money, you know, that you got, and in early recovery, that's you have to be really, really vigilant with how you manage that, you know, because it could turn out bad, you know. Seems like every per cap, you know, we lose somebody, or close to it, you know.
Yeah.
They'll either be overdoses, you know, and fortunately, you know, they don't die. But it seemed like a year or two ago there was a lot of them, and it was really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is a learning curve when you get money and you're in early recovery because you still got that old way of thinking.
Yeah.
You still have one foot in and out.
Yeah.
And you still have some of them old friends that you see more that are still in it. So, like for myself, 5 years out of the thing, I really don't know where to find the drugs I would want to do. Because I don't want to do fentanyl. That's what you would find easy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd have to really do some research around Cherokee to like find drug pills or whatever that was trustworthy. And then that's just too much work.
It's a real roll of the dice because
Yeah.
that fentanyl, that shit's everywhere and everything.
And I've hadn't had it in 5 years.
Yeah.
Fentanyl would probably kill my ass. Just whatever. So I mean, I'm scared for my life.
think about this though, and this is a good thing. If for whatever reason, a person was in recovery for an extended period of time, and then they went to go seek out substances, you know, the likelihood of them finding, you know, of course they would eventually probably, but everybody'd be too afraid to hook you up because, you know, nobody know you like that. They'd think you was a narc working for the cops or something like that.
Yeah, and hopefully if people did know you, they would respect you enough if they really did know you. Because the one dealer I know probably wouldn't sell to me because we grew up together and stuff like that.
Yeah, refuse to.
Yeah, it's like,
Contribute to that.
You're doing too good now. Because they think like that too.
Yeah.
But they think of themselves, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I know they have that analytical way of thinking. They just use it for dealing or whatever to sell, make money.
Hopefully, though, before anybody would reach the point where they actually go out and look for substances to use, hopefully they, long before then, if they were struggling, they would reach out for help, whether it's up at Onalanisky or just sober family supports or even peer supports in the area and sober friends. Hopefully that a plan would be in place so that it doesn't get too far out of hand.
Right.
On the topic of per cap having money and early recovery, for me, the more obstacles I put between myself and the money I had, the better. Because it was, it was a whole big hassle and headache to even just ask for any. And then, it was like $20 at a time, and then I had to come back with receipts, But it was a level of accountability that helped me, not to have any returns to use through just having a lot of money and having, on my mind, like, oh, well, I got X amount of dollars, buy X amount of whatever.
Right.
And also just, well, I could spend a little bit and nobody would even know. Nobody know, but that's not true at all.
Yeah.
Everybody always knows, especially if you've been doing well for a while.
Yeah.
So having your money in a bank but no debit card, or a trusted family member or even a friend, a close friend that doesn't use, have them hold on to it. And if you need something like food or groceries or whatnot, they can buy it for you with your money, bring it to you. Because, we all know that well, I need money for groceries. We're like, well, look, I'll buy it for you. Nah, I'd rather have the cash and do it myself. Like, really?
We know that. We pulled the trigger.
Like, come on.
One day's like, well, I'll go buy you diapers. I'm all right.
Yeah, let's just go to the store because I'm not giving you money.
I don't know how many times I paid my insurance a month back when I used.
Yeah.
Insurance is $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta pay my insurance. All right. You paid it last week.
Yeah. Like, how much is the insurance you paying? Like $400 a month?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that because that's something I had to work up to. I didn't trust myself enough, so I just spend all my money on that first per cat, but I was buying all the stuff that I thought I wanted at the time or that I needed, so I just bought it all because I just was replacing that addiction. So I had a new addiction, which was online shopping.
Impulse spending.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I replaced. So that's early recovery too, along with the per cap coming up. I think something to do that you need are distractions.
Yeah.
Especially in early recovery, because your mind is going to be tripping and it's healing. So new things, you're getting flooded with emotions. You don't know how to deal with people, so you got to learn how to deal with people. So early recovery is a good time to learn new hobbies, new ways to just cope. So for me, one of many ways, that was when I was into coloring books, and I had tons of gel pens, and that was adult coloring books. Was what I would do, and then I got into podcasts. So then it turned into I had podcasts on, and I was adult coloring book, but that only lasted for a couple months, and then I got tired of coloring book, and then I had $200 worth of coloring books. But then you can pass them along to somebody else in recovery, because somebody in recovery is going to start coloring.
Yeah.
But then there's people that get into bead work, and that's where you see now there's a lot of great artists out there that started in recovery that are doing great bead work. But just finding things that you can do to distract you, because your mind will change like that. And just to have different things to do when your mind is wandering to think about relapse or whatever. It's like, oh, I can carve or I can draw, or I can just write. I write a lot when I'm just, or watch a movie,
journal,
whatever. Journal. It's just find distractions in early recovery. Find all the distractions. Use them all until you learn how to control it on your own. And that's as your brain heals, it'll come easier just to control. You won't need all the distractions.
Yeah. Or even, trying different things until you find something that, you really enjoy and can pour yourself into, like beadwork, or other arts and crafts,
Yeah.
and then, of course, the more you do something, the better you get at it, Repetition is the mother of success. And so it becomes a talent or a skill, and you could even do it to make a little money here and there. But one of the things that I really had to put a lot of effort into was learning the coping mechanisms, grounding techniques, all these things that we were talking about in the support groups, and the therapist was telling me. I had to really give it an honest chance, really, really commit to it. And there were times when I thought, man, this is stupid. This ain't gonna work. This is bullshit. But if I had kept on with that kind of thinking, then that's exactly what I would have gotten out of it. Was just stupid bullshit. But giving it a chance, putting it to work, finding the ones that work best for me, and really refining those was really a big help. Thought stopping is one of the ones that I use a lot. Even like comparison, and not comparing me to anybody else, but comparing where I'm at now to where I was 5 years ago. And it's enough to really, really just make me feel grateful. I've been on a big gratitude kick the last few months, just wake up feeling grateful. Making a gratitude list in my mind, just a list of 10 things, and it's so easy. And it's the same things, Before I go to bed at night, I used to pray a lot when I was younger, and then didn't really talk to my higher power for several years. But then recently took it back up, like bedtime prayers, And that's something I express too, is, instead of asking for things, I'm just expressing my gratitude for what I do have and where I am at in life. I put in the work, and I'm reaping the rewards of it.
I like all that.
But it takes, giving things an honest chance. You gotta give it an honest chance.
Yeah, just not shrugging it off.
Yeah, not well, I tried that and it worked for me. That's not for me. If that's the attitude that or the mindset that you're gonna have, it's nothing's gonna work.
Right.
You have to give it a real shot. You have to give it an honest chance. Like, all right, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna buy in. I'm gonna believe in it, buy into it, and then over time like I said, you find out which ones work best for you, and it's okay if it's 1 or 10 or if it's completely different from what everybody else, whatever works for everybody else. What keeps you in recovery is yours, and if it's keeping you in recovery, then it's great, then it's good. Keep on with it.
Heck yeah. It's like I heard in a song that says, if I don't believe in myself, how can I expect anyone else to?
Yep.
So you gotta start believing that you can do it.
Yeah, like I know whenever early in recovery, my self-esteem and just opinion of myself wasn't very high, and I had to believe the things that the people that were there to support me were telling me. Like, yes, you can. Yes, you are capable. You can succeed. You can accomplish the things that you set out to accomplish. And hearing all of that is good, and it's great, and it's beneficial. But it was only until I really started believing that about myself that I started seeing results. Time, took the time, putting in that time and the work, that good old recovery work.
And it's not feeling awkward. That's it.
Yeah.
When it's like,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
like saying kind things to me. It makes me uncomfortable.
Now it's like, now you're able to say thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good point though. Way back, like if somebody could tell me this meanest shit. And, yeah, okay.
yeah.
They're like, hey, you're a great person, and you're gonna be, you're gonna accomplish everything that you set out to do. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I only made that turn last year about accepting the compliments and stuff without just saying thank you and being able to accept it. Because I was so used to like playing the underdog or coming from behind. That's the way you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suck. I know I suck. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how much I suck.
Yeah. The negative self-talk it plays a big factor in that. It did in mine anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody telling me all these great things about me. Yeah, I heard them and was thankful to hear them. But in my own head, I'm telling myself these awful things like, man, yeah, you really ain't. You're not. You're gonna fail or whatever negative self-talk there was. Yeah, and it's through different learning different things about how the brain works and about how the mind functions, coping skills, grounding techniques. You can find your own way to silence that negative voice and replace it with positive thoughts, positive affirmations. But you got to work at it. It's not just gonna happen. That's what I've come to realize.
Yeah.
Changing the way I think about everything, especially about myself. It took some time, and it evolved, And I think having a human mind, I think it's probably like that for most of us,
Like you said last week about just right there.
Brain fart.
Yeah.
We can blame it on getting older now.
Yeah, we're getting old. Damn, it seems I only had 19 years in the 1900s, and now we've had 23 years in the 2000s.
Damn, how you gonna put it like that?
That's the way I was.
Man.
It's like, wow. You might have had a few extra years in the 1900s.
Yeah, at this point in my life, I've had more years alive in the 2000s than I had in the 1900s. That's crazy. Not by a lot.
And we used to think 1900s. Thought that was where it was stuck in. Now it's like, man. The evolution of the brain as you grow and heal, recover, all that good stuff is what you got to look forward to if you're in early recovery. So
Yeah.
that's the hope. Is that it will get easier. It's just be patient. It will take time.
And strategize too. Develop yourself a RAP plan. They have those classes on NSG, and it's basically a how-to manual, like steps to take if you're in crisis or if you're not in a good place. It's signs to look out for, things to do. Just a lot of different stuff that can help maybe get you back away from the edge, so to speak. Returning to use and bring you back into your stable recovery state. Your wellness recovery action plan. And a lot of self-help books. I read a lot of those, but only certain ones. There's only a lot of them I couldn't get into, but there were some that were good. The 4 Agreements is a really good one. Man, that's a tough book. Really makes you examine your own self.
Yeah.
And man, if you can follow all 4 agreements, I do pretty good at 1 or 2 of them. But I don't think I do good at all of them all the time.
I try to be impeccable with my speech.
Impeccable with your word.
Yeah, so nobody misconstrues what I'm trying to say.
One of the things that I have success with now, but I really had a hard time with early on, was not taking everything personal. Even when it felt like it. even when it seems like it, not taking it personal. And it's hard when it's somebody that's like a close friend or family member. It's really hard not to take it personal. You kind of have to look at it as it's a projection of what they're going through or experiencing. You know, it's a reflection of them at that time.
Yeah.
Or whatnot.
Yeah, that helps a lot when you realize that, you know, all that stuff that you're thinking about and that when you're looking at somebody else,
When
they
you
might
go
be
off.
they might be doing that too.
Yeah, yeah,
So everybody's got their own stuff going on.
all the time. Yeah,
So that's why I can only control what I can control.
right.
So I can't control how you feel, but I can control how I act when
Yeah.
you show me how you feel.
How do you respond? That's it. I wanted to kind of clear something up from last week when I talked about the power of choice and choice being the most powerful thing a person had. I didn't want it to seem like that addiction was a choice. I mean, it starts. An analogy that I heard one time was good. You know, like there's genetic factors, there's the environmental factors. You know, like comparing it with how diabetes can start. You know, there's all these other genetic factors and whatever else. You know, it starts out making unhealthy choices until your body reaches a point where, you know, it's not a choice anymore. It's, you know, changes occur within the body and the brain where, like, well, now it's something that you have to manage for the rest of your life. And it's in that sense that when you change your choices, then that's how you can successfully manage, you know, the substance use disorder or diabetes or whatever other medical condition.
Smoking, quit smoking.
Yeah. See what?
Breathing, your heart disease.
Yeah, like when I was younger, you know, it started out, you know, just recreationally or dabbling, and then it became more frequent, and then it became an escape, and then by the time I realized that I had a problem, well, it'd been a problem for several years, and I was just in denial. But by then, you know, the brain chemistry had changed. There was all these things that I was trying to run from and escape. It wasn't until I got the help that I needed, was diagnosed, and started relearning how to deal with things instead of avoiding them or running away from them, and then making healthier choices, smarter choices.
Right.
That's the role that choice can play. It can be a powerful asset to get you to a better place in your own life. If they're good choices, if they're smart choices. If they're not, then, you know, I know what my life was like when I wasn't making great choices.
Yeah. Because you choose to get up every day and be better than you was yesterday.
Yeah.
That's what we choose to do now instead of choose to get up and hustle and find that money to make us forget.
Yeah.
And we don't even forget. Just know it.
It's like, you know, like on the stove, you just move to the back burner, and then it starts fucking smoking and burning. Next thing you know, your stove's on fire.
Yeah. And you got to deal with it even though it's on fire.
Yeah. I'm just going to put a lid on it and hope for the best.
Still will stink up your whole house.
Yeah.
No, but soon it's going to burn your whole house down.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You might as well deal with it while it's edible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deal with it
before it gets out of hand.
Yeah. That's what we learned now is when something really is bothering you, deal with it and get them emotions and their feelings out a lot of times is what it is.
Yeah.
Because once you learn that feelings aren't real, they're just how you're feeling.
It's feelings are like...
Emotions are real, but the feel that you get I don't think are real because you can make him go away.
Yeah, feelings are bodily sensations. And when emotions are... I guess it's like a physiological response to what's going on in your mind.
That neuroplasticity in the brain. That's why the brain's so cool when you learn about it, all these things.
You know, that it can heal, that new neural pathways can be created.
Mate, yeah, it's like, wow.
Which that's how habits form. You know,
Yeah.
you do something enough times and it creates that neural pathway, you know, more and more until it becomes second nature
Yeah, just the
or
way you go.
a part of your routine, like a healthy habit.
Just like now, we used to go to Sanukes by going up Aquina Road, but right now, neural pathways is where everybody goes in front by BIA.
Yeah, about to be out through the roundabout.
And if it ever comes back open, it's gonna the first couple of days. I'm probably gonna go across the bridge and go down that
till
way.
you get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's open. So we have an example in Cherokee. So
Yeah.
that's why I just like to show people, give them a real life example
Yeah.
of what we're talking about.
It's getting people to think of things in a different way.
Yeah, because I'm a visual learner as well. I see pictures. And that's easier for me to relate, I guess, sometimes. So.
Yeah.
But hey, I think we had a good talk today.
Yeah, it was good.
I
Hopefully it wasn't too much rambling.
Nah, I think, well, I don't know. They probably don't mind what we think. It's what the people think. And
Yeah.
hopefully they think it's good and they'll come back. But you got anything coming up you wanna talk about you might be doing?
I'm looking forward to the Rally for Recovery this year. It's been the first one we were able to have since since the lockdown. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be great.
July 14th.
Yeah, recovery community's grown so much, and it'd be great to see everybody in recovery. If everybody's in recovery, then people that sell drugs don't have anybody to sell to. The
Right.
market dries up.
They move out of town.
Yeah, that'd be
Head
great.
back to Georgia, South
That'd be
Carolina.
That'd be great.
That's July 14th down here at the Peaches Square Burtown Gym Rec Center. Whatever it's called now, my bad.
Burtown Rick.
Yeah, just holler at Donna Grant. She's at the front door. And every Tuesday night, 6 p.m., Mara, Medicated Assistant Recovery Anonymous at the hospital River Cane Room. Come join us if you need a meeting. They have meetings on Monday. They have NA. They have meetings on Thursday. AA. So check them out if you need a meeting. And trailotruth.org if you have somebody lost in addiction or any addiction related deaths, so alcohol, drunk driving, domestic violence, anybody that's died from addiction related deaths. Trailotruth.org, you can leave their name, and coming up in the future we'll be having a big rally for it. So we'll have more information coming up. But that's about all I have this week. Hopefully we'll learn about more programs coming up, happening on the res. If you have anything sobriety related, like sober groups, men's groups, women's groups that you got going on, let us know. We'll share it.
Yeah.
We want to get the community growing. We need more social events for
Yeah.
people just to be at, just to hang out and meet new sober friends.
Yes.
So if you got any ideas, you want to do something like that, just holler at us. You can reach me at resliferecovery@gmail.com or on most social media at Big Native BG. That's BIGNATIVEBG on like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that.
Right on.
And Firekeeper Recovery on YouTube. And if you want to watch In the Bar, there's Res Life Entertainment on YouTube. That's my other channel. So
Right on.
like, subscribe, and all that dumb stuff. This is Firekeeper Recovery. I'm Brent Grant. You got anything else you want to say?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time, and we'll keep the light on for you.
Hell yeah, it'll be good.
That's that Motel 6.
Yeah, we'll keep the light on.
Yeah. 42.